Welcome back to The Way We Farm. So today we're going to talk about some of our tractors. What we're going to do is we're going to do a little series of our tractors, and I'm going to call it Tom's Toys. So toy number one is our 4430. So in 2010 we started farming. In spring of 2009, a guy told me about this tractor on a Saturday. So on a Monday after work, I went over to check this tractor out. And the lady had this. She had her 260 loader that's on our 4440 now. That loader's been on the 4440. It was on the 4020 for a while. Now it's on the 4440. So anyways, she had that. She had a little six-wheeler we own, a field cultivator, a three-point hitch sprayer, and a bale grabber that went on the front of the 260 loader for picking up like 18 bales at a time if you're using a New Holland stack liner. So I went over on a Monday night, looked at this tractor. So this is back in 2009. I was working. No, I wasn't farming. I was working on a farm, but I wasn't farming for myself. My wife was a waitress, so she didn't know anything about this. I went and looked at it. She was at work. She called me up that night, and she said, "Hey, honey, how's it going? What'd you do tonight?" And I said, "Well, I ran over and I bought a 4430 and a loader and a six-wheeler and a field cultivator and a three-point hitch sprayer." And she's like, "Oh my goodness, we've only got like $1,000 in the checking account." See, I know. See, how are you going to come up with the money? I said, "Don't worry about it. I'll figure something out." So next day I called a friend of mine that was a banker, and I begged him for $22,000. I'd put a down payment on the thing, and so we bought it. We rented a little bit of hay ground that year. We had a few more sheep at the time, and we were buying all our hay, so I bought a piece of junk baler and I borrowed a couple kicker wagons, and we made our own hay that summer. So in 2010, we started farming. This poor old 4430 was our main tractor. So it ran a chisel plow in the spring. It ran a field cultivator. It ran a 6-row planter. And in the fall, we bought a little 45-foot sprayer. In the fall, we had a GT 600 bushel grain dryer that sat in the driveway. That was before we had a shop or anything. So it sat on the edge of the driveway. I rented one buddy's tractor trailer to bring the corn from the field back here to the farm, and then I rented another buddy's tractor trailer, and I'd fill the front hopper with a dry batch, and then we'd take the rest out of the wet corn out of the trailer. While I was at work, I'd start a batch in the morning. My wife would babysit it if she wasn't waitressing, and then after work, I'd come home, I'd flip-flop batches, start drying the second batch, and she would babysit that while I went and combined the load. And we only had 140 acres the first year, 100 of corn and 40 of soybeans. We dried some of the soybeans in the GT dryer. This old tractor, so it did everything. And it had the loader on it. So it plowed the snow. It was the fitting tractor. It was a little bit of everything. So we bought it in 2009. Right now it's our sprayer tractor. We pull a 60-foot Hardy sprayer with a 1,000-gallon tank. We've already burnt a set of deep tread tires off it. So we bought some new radial tires for it last winter, put on it. Knock on wood, we've never touched the AC. Done a little bit of hydraulic work. It's 8-speed power shift. I probably put 150 hours a year on it. We put a GPS screen in it, Trimble screen. So I use that as to paint my lines so I can see what I'm doing. We also use this to pull a fertilizer spreader. We spread potash on a lot of our ground. Sometimes early in the spring we go out March and the ground's frozen and spread urea on the wheat and ammonium sulfate. So this old tractor, sometimes it runs an auger, but mostly it just does sprayer duty and a little bit of fertilizer spreader work. So we love it. Oh, all our tractors have names for the most part. So this one's nickname is Tootie. My grandmother's nickname was Tootie, and she always had permed hair. When I started dating Diane, she had kind of big hair, it was the thing at the time. So my brother nicknamed my wife Tootie, and we just nicknamed this tractor Tootie after Diane and after my grandmother. So every day I get to think about my grandma when I'm using Tootie. So that's the story of the 4430. And next week we're going to do a story about our 4020 chronologically. That was the next tractor we bought. We're going to go right up through the line in chronological order, what we got them, what the nicknames are, why we bought them, and they're my working toys. So thanks for watching. Hit the like button, and thanks for subscribing. And we'll see you next edition of Tom's Toys.